So my mushrooms have been cooking for about 5 minutes, and I have flipped them during the cooking time, and as you can see that there's quite a bit of liquid in the pan right now. So the mushrooms are cooked, so I'm going to take those out and put them on a plate, and then I'm going to work on my stuffing. So I'm just going to flip them onto the plate, right side up, or the side that I'm going to stuff up. It'll make it easier to go back in the pan and set that aside. Now in the pan I have quite a bit of liquid, as I said. You can see that there's several tablespoons of liquid. So you have several things you can do. You can either put rice in it, or in this case I'm going to put my couscous in it that I had. I had couscous last night. I had quite a bit left over. So I'm going to put my couscous in there and let that absorb the liquid and heat up. Now you can also top this with an egg. I'm not going to tonight. I'm going to make it strictly vegetarian. But rice will work equally as well. If you don't have leftover rice or couscous, you can even chop up some breadcrumbs, or if you have dried breadcrumbs, or you can take a piece of toast and cut that up, cube it up, and that will all work very well. And this couscous was a Parmesan flavored couscous, so it's going to pair very, very nicely with this. And you can see already how much that has thickened up. Now I probably have too much stuffing for just the 2 mushrooms, so I'm going to take some of the stuffing out and put that aside for another meal. That'll make a nice lunch tomorrow. Actually, I think I'm going to take all of it out for right now. It'll make it easier to load up the mushrooms. Okay, so I'm taking my couscous out of the pan. I'm going to turn my heat down to about a 2 on an electric, or a low, little bit higher than low. I'm going to add my mushrooms back into the pan with a little bit of cooking liquid so they don't stick. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the couscous off my plate and fill the mushroom cavity. Now, I also cut out the center stem and chopped it up and put it in with the greens. And I did that so that there would be a little bit of a well. So you don't need, I used probably about 1 to 2 cups of dry material in here, and that was enough for 2 mushrooms. Okay, so I have my mushrooms back in the pan, and then to that I'm going to put some feta cheese on top. And you can put whatever kind of cheese you want on. I happen to like the taste of feta with spinach, so I'm going to put a couple of nice blobs of feta on there. I get the feta crumbles, but you can also just crumble it yourself. And this is going to melt up very nicely. You could also use mozzarella in here if you wanted to. And you don't need a whole lot of cheese, but I use the cheese for flavoring and a little bit of protein, since this is a meatless dish. I want a little bit of protein in my dish. So that's what it looks like, and now I'm going to put the lid on it and let it melt. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.